Hey y'all, I'm Janae and welcome back to Make Room. This series is all about helping you see your home differently and creating spaces that truly work for your life. Now, it's a common misconception that interior designers, they come into your home and they want you to get rid of every single thing that you own and start new. And for us, that's not true. Here at Woodson Interiors, we're curators. We want to help you blend your home's history with your current lifestyle now, as well as your future vision for your home. So in today's episode, we're talking about how you can use what you already own and when it may be time to start investing in better pieces. So let's get into it. If we were working with you and you welcomed us into your home, we're gonna come in, we're gonna take pictures, we're gonna take measurements, but we're also going to shop your home. And that is the first point in this video. Before you decide to make any larger purchases, you need to shop your home first. And here's why. It's gonna reveal what's already working in your space. It's gonna prevent you from any unnecessary spending because we're being thoughtful here. And it's gonna make sure that your home remains personal, not staged. And when you're shopping your home first, it's also gonna reveal pieces that could be in the wrong space, pieces that you currently have that aren't really doing what you intended them for. Maybe there's a chair you have in the corner, but as you've really lived in the space, you realize, although that looks good, it's not really helping me out because I have so many books. So maybe I should put a bookshelf there, or maybe it'd be better for a side table. And then it's also going to allow you to look at items that could shine if they were repositioned somewhere else. So let's talk about placement. I want you to consider a room swap. This is where you move furniture to other spaces of your house before you purchase anything else. This could be moving an accent table to another space, moving artwork around, moving chairs to other areas. I know for me, whenever I downsize to the smaller places I'm living in now, I used to have this long dining table that had a really beautiful dining bench, and I knew it wasn't gonna be able to work in this space, but I also really enjoyed this piece. So instead, it's now on my patio, and that's where all of my summer plants sit on. So when you do this room swap activity, it's gonna really help you start seeing the potential in the pieces that you already own and starting to see how they could work in other spaces before you purchase anything else. Next, we have to go back to our last video, which is about decluttering, because whenever we are able to edit our space, it's gonna really allow us to see what our strongest pieces are. It's gonna help us identify what pieces we have in our space that already make sense for us. As designers, when we come into your home, we're looking for those anchoring pieces, pieces that you already love, pieces that could be a key focal for the space, ones that we know are an absolute must keep in the home. And we can really accomplish this by editing, removing those pieces that no longer serve us. And also in that editing process, it's gonna start revealing when there are some things that we've been thinking about and now we feel very strongly that they should be added into this space or paired with a piece that we already have. But wait, we're still not ready to bring in anything new just yet. I want you to next start considering pieces that you have in your home that could be refreshed before you replace it. If a piece has really good bones, think of, solid wood, a sturdy frame, it may be better to refresh it instead of replacing it. You could do things like replacing the hardware on some cabinetry that you already own, adding some new fresh paint to something, reupholstering your couch or chair, or even some small styling updates. Typically, a $50 to $500 refresh can have so much more of a transformation to a piece that you already own than getting a $5,000 replacement. Now, before we transition into talking about things that you could invest in, let's take a moment to talk about scale, because oftentimes one right size piece is much more impactful than 5 filler pieces. Think of things like a beautiful oversized piece of art, the properly sized rug, a piece of furniture that's the right scale. These larger pieces that could be more of an investment are way better than spending a lot of money on 5 or 6 filler pieces. This is really going to help you minimize your spending and be more thoughtful in how you're curating your space. All right, let's talk about when we can start investing in some newer pieces. And first up, if you're gonna invest in pieces where your body interacts with the most. This could be seating that you use daily, surfaces that you touch constantly, or pieces that really focus on function and comfort. Things like mattresses, couches, desks, dining chairs. These are definitely higher quality investments because they're things that you're gonna interact with most, and that quality matters. Next, let's think about investing in those anchoring pieces within your space. We discussed this in episode 4 of why your home may be feeling off. So if you need a refresher, definitely go check that out. But these could be things like rugs, your lighting, or even your large furniture, because these are often the things that are gonna affect your mood, your flow, the longevity of the design, and how you're really feeling in the space. The key takeaway here is that these anchoring pieces should be purchased and built to last, and those accessory pieces, they can be rotated, which actually brings us into what we call our 70-30 rule, which is that when you're thinking about making some purchases, these high-level investments, 70% of your budget should be focused on those more neutral, those foundational pieces. And 30% can be the more expressive, the trendy, the seasonal items like a pillow, a throw, a vase, those decor, those accent pieces. And why this works is because it's gonna keep your budget balanced, it's gonna prevent regret from the purchases that you're making, and when you wanna do those small changes like switching out a pillow, a throw, a vase, it's gonna be really easy to do so. We've actually included a resource of when we splurge and when we save on items. It's in the caption, so go ahead and check that out. Everything I've mentioned so far has been non-permanent, but here at Woodson Interiors, we offer full service design, which includes those more permanent things, because hear me out, furniture can move, decor can be rotated, you can repaint, but the materials in your home stay. Those permanent materials can be things like flooring, cabinetry, countertops, tile, built-ins, even lighting that's hardwired in, like your sconces or your pendant lights. And these type of decisions affect things like your resale, the maintenance in your home, the longevity of them, and they're much higher investments financially, which means they deserve to be slow, intentional, and well considered. But no matter the size of the project, this principle remains the same. Whether you're investing in decor, furniture, or a full bathroom refresh, your budget clarity is what's gonna lead to better decisions. It's all about these priorities that we shared. Shopping your home first, swapping out items in different rooms, editing, and being open to refreshing stuff before you make a single purchase for an item or materials. Ultimately, the goal here is to help you figure out what stays in your home, what gets refreshed, and what's worth investing in, and making sure that it aligns with your lifestyle and it's not an impulse purchase. So when you're ready to invest in that $3,500 couch or that $7,000 piece of art or the $10,000 countertop, you have the confidence in that choice because you've done your due diligence. You've gone through, you've shopped what you have in your home. You've thought about function, shout out to episode 1. You've considered your design style, shout out to episode 3, and everything else that we've shared in this series, to where it shouldn't be a question because you've been so intentional and thoughtful in this, and you've really built up your confidence to know exactly what you want in your space. If you want support beyond today's tips, whether that's design, organizing, or figuring out what real project investments look like, we're here to help. Our email and our link to book a discovery call are in the caption. And remember, there's so much more left in this series. Next up, we're gonna be talking about how to make storage work for you, not against you. So until then, bye.